Hello guys, let's study smooth curve. Okay, smooth curve. A function with its continuous first. A function with its continuous first derivative is said to be smooth, and its graph is called smooth curve. Okay, let's see the graph. If f is smooth on AB, the length of the curve y is equal to fx from A to B is given as. So when you draw a graph, and then in that graph, if you consider the points A and B, from A to B, and if there is a curve, let's say like this, there is a curve, okay, and then you see the point over here is A and the point over here is B. So here we can say y is equal to fx. Y is equal to fx. This point, okay. So if f is the smooth on A, B, the length of the curve y is equal to fx. Length of the curve y is equal to fx. So now let's see the length. Length can be written as length is equal to the curve was from A to B, and this is square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. So now we need to remember this as one of the formula for the smooth curve. Let's consider this to be the equation number 1. Okay, so here what it says, L is equal to, we have A to B root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. So over here you find the derivation twice and you find integration once. So this is the formula for length. Now let's just go on checking further what can be done for writing if dy is smooth on CD. Then the length of the curve x is equal to, then the length of the curve x is equal to gy. From C to D is given as, from C to D, C to D is given as L is equal to C to D root of 1 plus dx by dy to the power of 2 dy. So I think this is equation 2. So I think we are very clear with both equations. In one case, we have seen that if f is the smooth on AB, the length of the curve y is equal to fx. From A to B is given as A to B root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. And in case of another case, we had C to D root of 1 plus dx by dy to the whole square dy. And this is equation 2. In both cases, we got, in one case we got dy by dx whole square, in another case we got dx by dy whole square. So here it is different, this is integrate with dx, here integrate with dy. So here the integration is from A to B, and here the integration is C to D. So I think this is what the smooth curve reflects. So let's see some of the problems related to smooth curve, and then we will understand more better. So let's consider one question which says find the length of the curves. Find the length of the curves. Y is equal to 1 by 3 x square plus 2 whole to the power of 3 by 2 from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 3. So now the question says find the length of the curve. So we have that formula now. Let's do the solution for it by using the formula that we have just now studied. So here we have y is equal to 1 by 3 x square plus 2 to the power of 3 by 2. So that's what y is given. Y is equal to this much. Then we have to differentiate with respect to, because y is given, we have to differentiate with respect to x. So always remember, if the value of y is given and then x is given like from where to where, then you can go for differentiation with x. So now the equation becomes dy by dx is equal to 1 by 3 d x square plus 2 3 by 2 by dx square plus 2 into chain rule dx square plus 2 dx square plus 2 dx square plus 2, you can see that. So this is what is chain rule, we are putting it over here by dx. So now if you simplify this, what we get is, so here we get 1 by 3 into 3 by 2. This 3 by 2 comes front, and the same value comes over here, x square plus 3. And over here, when you subtract 3 by 2 with 1, then you get it, you get 1 by 2. So you have to subtract it, then you get it this. So 1 by 2, that here, and then down, it is, then this is gone. Now here what you get is, you get just 2x, and this becomes 0, so it is nothing but into 2x. So and if you go for simplification, you get something dy. So we have a dy by dx. Dx here is the same thing. Now dy by dx is equal to, we get how much? We got this gone, and this is a half. So it is here half. So this 2 also get cancelled with this. So this is gone now. There is no half here. So we got is x into, yes, x to the power of 2 plus 2. This is 2. This is not 3. Here it's 2. So it's 2. So this is what we got. 2 and then to the power of half. So if you bring that power half this side, then it becomes whole square here. Or you can say root. If you say, you can make here there is half, so it will be a root 1. And then that root goes this side. So it becomes automatically x square plus 2. Okay, so what we got is dy by dx to the power of 2 is equal to x into x square plus 2. X into x square plus 2. Why did we get that? Because we know the formula we have to use now. We got dy by dx whole square. What value we got? Dy by dx whole square value we got. So here this x was left, right? So it is multiplication, so the square it can come over here. So let's go for the simplification. This is the half problem solved. So now we have to solve the whole problem. Yes. Right. So we got what we got dy by dx to the power of 2 is equal to x into x square plus 2 we got. So now the length of the curve from x equal to 0 to x equal to 3 is given as, so now let's use the formula. So now we have dy by dx whole square we have, so we can easily use the formula. So till now what we did was to integrate the formula. We know L is equal to we know integration of 0 to 3 root of 1 plus dy by dx to the power of 2 dx. And now if you apply this, then what you get is integration 0 to 3 root of 1 plus we have x square plus 2, this one. Yes, we got this as our value, x square plus, so here whole square it is, that's why it is x into x square plus 2 dx. So this further can be simplified to integration of root of, we write this as x square because we have root. When we keep root for this x, then we should put a square also, or else we cannot put that. So we get 1 plus x to the power of 4 plus we multiply it and then we get 2x square dx. I hope I'm clear here why we wrote here x square, because we had nothing, there is no square, but we have to put a root, that's why we need to keep a square there. Then only the value becomes the same thing what we want. So let's go with the further simplification. We get till here x square whole square plus 2x square into 1 plus 1 square. We try to make this in the form of a plus b whole square. So we try to make it in the form of a square plus b square. So that's why now you can go with saying the whole thing as very simple thing. So we can make this as, what we can make it as 0 to 3 integration. So now because we made it in x a to the power a x square plus 1 whole square dx. Why? Because we have made this in the form of a square plus a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square format is there, so it becomes this. So further we can simplify this to making it as removing the root, so it becomes x square plus 1 dx, and then further integrate it. When you integrate it, you know what is integration for the x square, that is x cube by 3 plus for x 1 is integration of 1 is x. So here out of here it is 3 and 0. So integration is this, because why we did this integration here, because it is x cube by 3 plus for 1 it is x 3 to 0. So this is the integration. Now let's put the value of 0, 3 and 0 and just substitute and see. Here if we put 3, then it becomes 27 by 3 plus, and x means 3, so 3. This is the one value we got. We subtract this during integration to get 0. You put 0 here, the whole thing becomes 0 plus 0. So that means here 0 plus 0 is 0. So no ways. So you will get 9 plus 3, that is 12. So you got the value 12. So this is what is our answer is. So we got one answer. Let's try some more questions related to this. So just now we did one. So that is smooth curve thing. Now let's go with one more question that would be similar. Okay, so that we can solve many more questions. So let's see one more question which says x equal to y cube by 3 plus 1 by 4y from y is equal to 1 to y is equal to 3. So how will we be doing this problem? So in order to solve this problem, let's see L now. L, we know L formula. We can write the formula. Well, the formula says it's from 1 to 3. So let's write 1 to 3. And we can put the formula in normal format. What it is, it says 1 plus the d. It's given here x value. And it's asking from y to y. That's why we use x now. Dx by dy whole square. Now dy. So now this time we are doing dy integral. Why we are doing dy integral? Because it is given y to y. So y to y here, that's it. That's why we are doing it with lower limit and upper limit. That's why we are doing this formula now. So what is here? Here let's see. Let's start here. We have x is equal to y cube by 3 plus 1 by 4 y. So that's what is given over here. Okay, this is, you can put this y over here also. It's the same thing. So that's what the question asks. Given. So it's given this one. Let's differentiate. Whenever the value is given, then we differentiate. Differentiate with respect to y. We differentiate with respect to y because it's given y. So now let's say dx by dy is equal to 1 by 3, what it is here is 1 by 3, then that is constant, then dy3 by, it's dy plus 1 by 4, which is constant, so dy to the power of minus 1, because we are bringing that up, so it becomes y to the power of minus 1 by dy. So this is what the integration says. So which further can be integrated, this is what the derivation says. So now further solving the derivation, we get 1 by 3 into 3y square, this 3 comes front, and then with this minus 1 it becomes this in the derivation, plus 1 by 4 into minus 1 comes front, and up becomes minus 2 now. So if you minus 1 more here, it becomes minus 2. So this is the value. It seems too much odd, but does not matter, we got that. Every step, if we be careful, we will not make mistakes. So 1 by 3 into 3y square plus 1 by 4 into, this is minus 1 here and this is minus 2 here. So if you simplify this, this gets cancelled, and then you will be left over with y square here this to cancel, so y squared minus, I think this minus is multiplication, so this comes from front 1 by 4, then it is on the top, so you can bring that down as it was earlier, so by y squared. So that's what we are getting here. So that means we have got now this is also a square and this is also a square, so you can write this as an let's say the whole thing you can put in square, because we got dx by dy is equal to this much. So if we talk about the whole thing, then dx by dy as a whole, both the sides, if you square it, you will get y square minus 1 by 4 y square whole square. So like we did previously, we do this. Now the length of the curve for y. Let's check the questions, and once again it says the length of the curve from, it's given from where to where? It's given from 1 to y is another, y is equal to 1, y is equal to 1 to y is equal to 3. Now its formula is given is L is equal to, we should remember this formula, which is root of, just we will remember the same formula, dx by dy whole square dy. So this is what the formula was. Now let's apply our elements that we got till now into this formula so that we get our answer. So in order to get the answer, let's apply. So what we are going to add it over here, we can just say let's integration 1 to 3 is okay, and then we have root is okay, 1 plus is okay. Now this value what we got, that value we can put over here is nothing but y square minus 1 by 4 y square whole square, and then dy. So that's what this value we have written over here in place of this area. Okay, so just substituting after we get it. Now what the slight changes that we can make for this, we can simply just go on simplifying the equation. We get 1 3, then let's make it a long root so that we can simplify 1 plus what we know, a square, a plus b whole square formula. So just make this as that one, y here it becomes 4 a square, so it's minus formula, a square minus a minus a square, a minus b whole square formula. So a 4 to the y to the power of 4 plus it becomes 2ab. We have to write 2ab means it's a 2, a means this, y square, b means this, so it should be 1 by 4 y square, 2ab, then it should be minus because it's not a plus thing, it's a minus thing, and now it will be my plus, so plus, so it is this whole square means it is 1 by 16 y to the power of 4, so it's a whole square, or you can simply say here 4y square, doesn't matter, or you can just making it as 16 because it's whole. Okay, so this is what is dx, dy now, dy. Okay, we got this in the root and then dy, so this is what it is. Now let's further simplify this to get our real answer. So let's differentiate. We have already done this much, so now let's go for it further. Yes, so what did we get? We have got, let's see, let's simplify further. Integration of 1 to 3 it was, there was a root, and then there was 1 plus y to the power of 4 plus, if you simplify it, you can get 1 by 2 plus 1 by 16 y to the power of 4 dy. If you further simplify, you can still get it 1 to 3 the root of y square whole square plus 2 y square by 1 4y square plus 1 by 4 y square to the power of whole over here dy. So that's what you get again here, and then further you simplify one more step and you get root of y square plus 1 by 4 y square whole square dy. So what did we do? We have just added this 1 and we simplified it with all, and then again we made it the same format how it was. Just in order to involve that 1 into the equation, we have done all these things. Okay, so and we have just got the same thing. Now let's further simplify and finish solve our answer here. So what we get is, which is further simplified into 1 to the power of 3, then we had y squared plus 1 by 4 y square dy, which now integrate to get, what do you get when you integrate it? You get y to the power of 3 by 3 plus 1 by 4 comes front, so if you integrate this you get it as y minus 1 by minus 1, because you know it will be y to the power of minus 2, so if you add 1 it becomes minus 1, so minus 1 by 1. It seems as if it is minus 2, that's why you make increase. No, it does not, so it decreases. So this is what you get. So now further what you get is y to the power of 3 by 3 minus 1 by 4y to the whole, you get again 3 1, over here also you get the same, and then finally once you replace y with 3, again you replace with 1 and subtract, then you will get your value. So you get here 27 like earlier, and then by 3, that's minus 1 by 12, because 4 into 3 is 12, so this is what you got in one case, and you subtract with, you get 1 by 3 because you have to replace 1 by 3, so minus 1 by 4. So if you simplify this whole equation, if you can simplify this whole equation, what do you get? You get 9 minus 1 by 12, then minus 1 by 12, which is nothing but 9 minus 1 by 6, which is nothing but 53 by 6. So that's what we got the answer. So what did we do? We just had a revision of it. So let me show you the revision of it. What did we do? In the beginning we had a question this. So what did we do is, we had first, we know this formula, we have to keep this in mind. This is only to remember in your mind. I just wrote it over here. Okay, now let's start from here. Real answer start begins from here. So here solution, we can write solution. So now here is given x is given. So x value is given here, and then we differentiate it with the help of y. Because x is given here, we differentiate with y. So remember, if the values, whatever is given, opposite thing will be used as, as differentiation. And when you differentiated this whole thing, then what you got was this result, dx by dy is equal to this thing. So when you got this thing, then you made it, what you made is, you have just squared both the sides. Squared both the sides so that our value of the equation we get. Here we need in the form of square. So now we got this value here. So that when we got that value, we have replaced that value over here, and then we simplified the whole equation. Because here the whole equation has 1 plus also, integration also, as well as dy also. That means this is the differentiated value. So you don't need any time for the differentiation because you already got it. So that's what you started with. And then here from 1 to 3, you started from 1 to 3, and over here you can just check the value. You have simplified this in the form of a minus b whole square. You consider this as a and this as b and this minus and whole square. So that formula you used and you simplified, adding 1 in it. When you do that, what happened is here it got subtracted, and then finally you got the result to be this. So it is you got a result that you got this. So you got 1 plus y4 plus half plus 1 by 16 y4 dy. And then further you have gone one more step down and you tried to make this a square, and then you started making it this simplified form, and then you made in the form of again a plus b whole square format. You made it in the form of a plus b whole square format. And when you did that, you have added these two things. You can just check it out here. You added these things, and then you simplified these things, and then you got simplified this thing too. And then when you did it, then you got this. Okay, and this is nothing but whole square. So after simplifying this, you try in a rough paper, and then you simplify this, and you get this. And then again you got this, and now you just went for integration. So in an integration, you did the integration part by substituting 3 and 1 and subtracting with upper limit with lower limit to get the real value. So you didn't do much actually. You just did 2 times integration, that is, and then you went 2 times differentiation, and you did 1 time integration to get this value. So let's do some more questions to understand better. Let's do some more questions to understand better. So more and more questions we do, we understand more. Okay. So let's go for one more question. Find the length of the curve. Find the length of the curve. So which says y is equal to 3 by 4 x to the power of 4 by 3 minus 3 by 8 whole to the power of whole to the power of 2 by 3 x plus 1. So is this a question? No, it's not a question. It's your x to the power of 3 by 2 by 3 plus 1. Okay, that's the question. So that's why we don't need this. Okay, where 1 is less than equal to x is less than equal to 8. So we know now where to put the integration thing. 1 to 8 we have to put the integration things. So now we know the formula. Let's just reminder of a formula I would like to write down. Here you know what to do. Your integration of 1 to 8 we have to write, and because the value given for y, so we differentiate with the help of x. So value is given for y, so we differentiate with the help of x. So that's what we have to remember. I've been telling you that it is opposite whenever we do. If we are doing for your question is given y, then we have to remember that we should differentiate with the help of x. So let's differentiate now. Let's see the value. Let's go for the formula. That is root of 1 plus dy by dx. We told differentiate with the help of x, so down x whole square d. Yes, whole square, it should be dx. So dy by dx, differentiate with the help of dx. I hope I'm clear on this portion. Now let's differentiate here what we have the value. Let's see the value. Here we have y is equal to 3 by 4 x to the power of 4 by 3 minus 3 by 8 x to the power of 2 by 3 plus 1. That's what the question says. So what is the question asking? This is the question asking. Okay. So now what we have to do is use first differentiate 2 times to get, or let's say differentiate the whole thing once and then square it so that we get the value. So simply write differentiate with respect to x. Then we write dy by dx is equal to 3 by 4. I'm writing just the question up. Simply differentiating 4 by 3 minus 3 by 8 x to the power of 2 by 3 plus 1. We know we have just minus and plus things, so we can simply differentiate all with the normal way. So let's go with differentiating. We get here 3 by 4. So this comes front, so it is multiplied 4 by 3. And now your x to the power of, we know x to the power of. Now when it is coming front and then it's subtracting, then x to the power of 4 by 3 minus 1. If we know the value, that's cool. And minus, we get 3 by 8 is as it is. Now this comes front, so into 2 by 3 x to the power of 2 by 3 minus 1. So like we don't go for wrong things now here. So that's what we got. Plus again we can differentiate the one thing 1 by dx. So here we already differentiated it, both the things. So now let's try to solve the thing. It's very easy. This got strike, this got strike, this got strike, this got strike. So it's easy, just got strike this all. So now what we are left with? So now here we get 1 by 3. When you subtract 4 by 3 minus 1, you get 1 by 3. So we are getting x to the power of 1 by 3 over here minus. So here we are getting this strike. Here we get 4. So 1 by 4 we get. Here we get 1 by 4. 1 by 4. Then here we get x to the power of 2 by 3 minus 1. We get minus 1 by 3. So here we got minus 1 by 3. So this is what we got. Here we get it's 0. So it doesn't matter. It's 0. That's why we don't matter that. So now that's what we got. So let's further simplify. And now just go for writing dy by dx as whole. We need this square. So that's why the whole thing we can make it square now. 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4 x to the power of minus 1 by 3 to the power of whole. So that's what we needed. Now let's put in the formula. We have a formula, right? So let's put the formula. The length of the curve from x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 8 is given as, let's go for the formula. L is equal to, we have 1 to 8. We already know the formula. So that formula says 1 plus what? 1 plus this whole thing we have to put it because it is dy by dx whole square. Yes, dx. So this is what it is. So what we do in place of dy by dx whole square, we put this whole thing equation. So we have nearly solved the question, right? We have nearly solved the question. Let's simplify this by putting the value here. When you put the value here, what happens? Your 1, your 8. So over here there is a root. Be very careful while doing this simplification or else everything goes wrong. Here 1 plus. Now here we have to put the value. What the value says? It says x to the power of 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4 to the power of minus 1 by 3 whole power of 2 dx. So that's what 1 plus is being getting added now over here. Let's see. 1 your integration of 2 to 8 we have. So again simplify this by adding 1. What you can make this, a square minus b square formula. So you just break that into that formula. So you will get x to the power of, so 1 by 3 it was there. If you add it over square, a square means that means 2 by 3 becomes 2 by 3 minus 2 into x to the power of 1 by 3 into 1 by 4 to the power of minus 1 by 3 plus 1. Then here this square means it's 1 by 16 x to the power of minus 2 by 3. So this is what we get. Now last is dx. So we got this. So we got this. Okay, sorry. So we got this. We got. So what do we got? What did we do is we have simplified this x to the power of 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 3 whole square as like a minus b whole square. Like a minus b whole square, we simplified that into pieces. So that's it. We didn't do much big thing here. Let's further simplify because we are now going to add up the thing that we need to add. So actually we are doing that so that we can add up the one in the equation. So like we need it. So let's go for further simplification. We know we had 1 to 8 integration, and then we are going to go for root. So it is very long root. We know that. Now we got that. What we did earlier, we got it. Now we just go for writing the things. So 1 plus x to the power of 2 by 3 we add, minus 2x to the power of 1 by 3 we add, and we add 1 by 4 x to the power of minus 1 by 3 we add, plus 1 by 16 x to the power of minus 2 by 3 dx. That's what we got earlier. Okay, so now let's go for further simplification. I wrote this step 2 times so that you can understand better here. So now let's go for the simplification, and once you simplify further, you will get x to the power of 3 by 2, sorry 2 by 3, it's 2 by 3. Okay, this goes that side, so it gets subtracted with something. Let's see with what. So x by 3, that is x to the power of 2 by 3 plus half plus 1 by 16 to the x to the power of minus 2 by 3 dx. The whole root. We simplify this to get this. So later you can just check how. So then again further we go for simplifying this, and we get in the form of the same square like we had, plus 1 by 1 by. So here if you subtract this, then you will get x to the power of 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 x to the power of minus 1 by 3 whole square dx. This is further simplified. This is further simplified into making it more easier, like in the form of a plus b whole square. It becomes x to the power of 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 x to the power of minus 1 by 3 whole dx. So this whole thing became again in the form of let's say this a plus b whole square. That's why now what we can do, we can go for making it remove the root. Yes, we remove the root. So obviously when you remove the root, the square goes off. So now we can go for integrating it. We can simply integrate by making it x to the power of 4 by 3 by 4 by 3, because when you integrate it will be minus 1, so you get 4 by 3 by 4 by 3, then plus 1 by 4, then x to the power of 2 by 3. When you minus, you add 1 over, sorry, integration, so it is adding 1, you're also adding 1. So when you add it, then you get this by 2 by 3, where integration was done between 8 and 1. So next, when you do this for the simplification, so what you get, when you further simplify this, you will get 3x to the power of 4 by 3 by 4. So this went up, so we have changed it. So here also this goes up. It becomes, this will go up, so it becomes 3x to the power of 2 by 3 by 4 to the 8. So that's what we got here till now. Yes. Now further, now once you substitute x with 8 and subtract with substituting 1. So when you do that, so you will complete your integration portion. So 3 by 4, we took it out and we bring this front. And then we can simply, what we can do is, we can break this to making it as 2 to the power of 3, as 8 as can be broken as this, so that we can get this. What is this is, actually we have broken that 8, we have to substitute x with 8, so this is 8, so we substituted in this format so that we can cancel them. So to make it easier, we did that. 2 to the power of 3 is nothing but 8, we are substituting so that we can cancel 2 by 3 this is one case, minus we have to substitute 1, so it will become 3 by 4, because it's 1 to the power of anything is nothing but 1. That's why we get this value here. So now let's go with the last point. What we get here is 48 by 4 plus 12 by 8 we get after simplification. So then further, if you go for this side simplification, we get 6 plus 3 by 8 we got, because it's into 2, 2 6 is. So then this finally we got 108 by 8, nothing but both 8, so this we do it, and then we get 99 by 8. So this would be our final answer. So let's see some more questions regarding this. So let me go for describing this ones, because it is very lengthy, so maybe you might have not understood some places. How did I do it? So let me solve it and show you once again. So here what we did is, the question says to find the length of the curve y is equal to 3 by 4 x to the power of 4 by 3, 3 by minus, it's 3 by 8 to the power of x to the power of 2 by 3 plus 1. So this is the question where it has given the limits 1 to 8. It has given the limits 1 to 8. You can just check that. So we have a formula, and whenever there is given y, then you go for the formula which is written here y and here x. Okay, so this is the formula that you are using when it is given value this, or you can say you have to differentiate with the help of x when it is given y. It is given y value, so you differentiate with x. So you did that by writing this formula, and then here you remember this formula always. When for the length of the curve, when it is given y value, you go for differentiation with the x. So and the formula is this. And if it is given x value here, then you differentiate with y, and you will be writing y down and x up. So here will be y, here will be y. So that's what you have to remember, the formula. It's an easy formula, but unless you practice, it does not work. Okay, so let's see what I did here. I just took that value y is equal to whatever was given, and then I have differentiated it with respect to x. Because y is given, I differentiate with respect to x. If x is given, I differentiate with respect to y. So that much if you remember, it's easy, and everybody knows how to differentiate. So I'm showing you simple differentiation here. When you differentiate dy by dx, you get 3 by 4 x to the power of 4. Here you are just differentiating, you get this value. Because during differentiation, you bring the powers front and you subtract with 1. That's what you do everywhere. Whereas one differentiation is 0, so nothing is added over here. So finally you get this value. But this is in dy by dx form, so you need square form as per the question. So that's why what you do is you square both the sides so that you get the value of square. And now you apply that what you got in your equation. So you had an equation this earlier. I have shown you the equation, the same equation. You have to have this one. So whenever they say smooth curve, then you have to remember this dy by dx, dx by dy, and this is square and 1 plus. Again, this one is always this for integration. Whatever is given and a root. If you remember this, then obviously you will do the problem. So let's see here. You just what you did it. You kept that substituted whatever has to be substituted. When you substituted, then you broke that into pieces by using a formula of a minus b whole square, and you broke the thing into pieces. And once you got into pieces, then again you have tried to rejoin the one which was left over, and then again you started to make it in the form it was. means you have added this one to that piece after integrating, and then after adding and subtracting whatever has to be done, you got these results, and then you went for further simplification and getting the value by removing the root with the help of square, and then when you removed, you got this, and then you integrated it, and then after integration, you know you have limits. That's why with the base of limits, you substituted 8 and 1, and then you subtracted to get the value. So and finally, you got this answer, 99 by 8. So you can cross check it if you want. So this is the way how we do. Let's go with some more questions so that we'll understand more better. So the other question is, let's see. So let's go with one more question. It says, if a smooth curve x is equal to ft and y is equal to gt is traversed exactly once as t increase from a to b, then the length of the curve will be, we have a new formula here, L is equal to a to b, they told a to b to the root of dx by dt to the whole square plus dy by dt to the whole square dt. So here also it's very simple, friends. Here smooth curve, when it is transversed from ft to gt in x and y, then we have a new formula where we see that we have x also as well as y also. Both the values are given. So let's see one example, then we will understand better. Let's see one example which says x is equal to cos t, y is equal to t plus sin t. This is limit 0 to t and then t to pi. So this is the question. So now let's solve this question by using above formula. It's very easy. So here let's write the question in the form of answer. We say here x is equal to cos t. So let's that make as one equation. And also he has told y is equal to t plus sin t. So let's make this as second equation. So I think we got both the equations here. We saw that here the x is given as cos t, whereas y is given as t plus sin t. So this is the question. Now let's differentiate. We know that in such questions we start with differentiation. Let's differentiate 1 and 2 with respect to t, because you have seen on the top in the formula we had t. So we differentiate with respect to t. Let's differentiate with the t. So it is dx by dt is equal to, here dx by dt is equal to what? This one dx by dt is equal to d cos t by dt. So that's why we know the differentiation of cos t is minus 90. So that's what we know. So that's what we know here. Okay, so we got the value. That's why if you go for squaring this, then this also becomes square. So because we need here in the form of square, right? So we need in the formula, we need in the form of square. So we can write dy by dx by dt whole square. We need this. So is equal to minus 9t whole square. So that's what we got. So we have to substitute this in the equation like we said. So let's get the other one first. So similarly, same thing what we did now. Similarly, we get dy by dt. Why dy by dt? We know that y is equal to t plus sin t. T it was given, right? Earlier case. So that's what we write here. Is equal to dt. What it is, t plus sin t. That was the question. So now we are differentiating both the things one by one. We already differentiated for the x, now you are differentiating for the y. And then what you get? You get the value dy by dt, like it is asked, is equal to, for t, I think you know that here it's t is 1. Differentiation of t is 1. And then sin t is cos. So cos t. So we got this. So 1 plus cos t. But here also we know that we need the whole square thing. So let's put this also square as well as this also as square. So now we got the thing to be replaced. Now let's go for the main formula that we have to replace on. But let's replace this thing. So let's replace this thing and see what will happen. When you replace this thing, what will happen is you will be getting the, let's describe it a bit. The length of the curve from t0 to t pi. That's what the question was. The length of the curve from t is equal to 0 to t is equal to pi is, we have to use the formula that we have studied. Okay, so the formula that we have studied, we have to use it over here so that we can go for completing the answer. So the question this for this formula says integration 0 to pi root of dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square dt. So this is what the formula we had, right? So we know the value of dx by dt whole square. We know the value of dy by dt whole square. Just replace over here and finish it up. So let's say L is equal to length is equal to, we had let's say first one we had what? We had dy by this one. Let's replace that. It's the sign minus sign t, right? So whole square, right? So whole square means it's sin square. Square means it should be positive. Why? Because square always is positive. Let's see. Now let's write the remaining things that we had here. We have a root already. We have a root, and then we have this value that is let's say sin square t plus, then here we have 1 plus cos t whole square dt. So that's what we got. Till date we got this much. So let's further simplify this and then get the answer what we need. So it seems it's simple in every step, but you find that it's very hard to get the right answer because it takes time. So let's go for the simplification of what we got now. Just now we got is square, this is what we substituted the values, and we got sin square t. Yes, so we just replace the values. And now let's go for further and then get what we have to get. Simplify this. So sin square t plus cos square t, we put it at the side, and then plus 1 plus 2 cos t dt. That's what we are getting over here. What we are getting is sin square t plus cos square t is a plus 1 plus 2 cos t dt. So what we did is we just went for using that formula, whatever we got earlier, and then we got this value. Okay, these two values. Now let's go for integration thing. We had the integration in from 0 to pi, and then we had now this value. This is equal to 1. So this, ignore this now. 1 plus, you can write 1 plus, here again already 1 is there, plus 2 cos t dt. That's what you got. So further, if you simplify, you get to the power of this, and then you just go for adding up this 2 becomes 2 plus 2 cos t dt. So that's what we got. And further, one more step, let's go in integration of, you add this, and then you just go for saying, you can 2 cos t, half formula, half angle formula, so you can go for 2 plus saying 2 into cos t by 2 minus 1 dt. How did you get this? From this, because of a formula, I would like to show you the formula, that is cos t is equal to 2 cos square t by 2 minus 1, and then cos theta is equal to cos 2 theta by 2, or we can say 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1. So that's what you get the value over here, this one. Okay, so that's either you write theta or t, that does not matter much. So you got this, and then finally what you write is 0 to infinity, pi. So here we have already 2, so 2, then already we had 2, so we get 2 into the 2, in here we got this value, so this came out, so it becomes plus, so it becomes 4, sorry. Now it becomes 4, we got 4 cos square t by 2 minus, if you multiply, then you get this as 4, and then it becomes, with 2 you multiply, then this is plus, so here it becomes minus 2 dt. So now further, if you go one more step, then you get 0 to infinity, you cut this and this, you get just, you minus with this, and you get 2 cos t by 2 dt, because it's angle, so you cannot cut, sorry. Okay, now just go for further simplification, 2, now we go for integration of putting sine t by 2 by 1 by 2 to the pi by 0. Why we wrote sine? Because it's integrated, of course is sine, so we wrote that, then by whatever we have, that constant, that, so we get, here we get now, again we get your 4 into, we put out constant 4 into sine pi by 2 minus 0. So further we get 4 into 1 is equal to 4. So here, that's what we got the answer now. So this is what we got. Just have a glance at it. I know it's a difficult one, but you have to remember few things and you get the answer by simplifying. So simplification is the most important thing over here. What did we do in this equation? Let's see what the question asked and what did you do it. So if the question says this, okay, here it has given a new, here from here it starts. So here this is for if a smooth curve x is ft and y is gt is transverse exactly once at t increasing from a to b, then the length of the curve. They ask that. So over here you see that formula, we have a to the power of b root of dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square dt. It's very simple formula, 2 times you are squaring in both x and y form with that of dt. So that's what you are deriving here, and then you are integrating once. So it's not a big job over here, but obviously the simplification that you have to do is very high. Let's check. So here we see that it is x is equal to cos t, y is equal to t plus sin t, where they have got given the limits where exactly t has been differentiated from 0 to pi. So here you can just go for differentiating with respect to x and then respect to y. So in the way, you have to get differentiate this with x with respect to t and then y with respect to t to get the value. So here you have differentiated x cos dt, and then you went for this. So that's what you did it here. You can just say differentiating with the help of t and for the x and both the sides with the x, and then you got this value, and they kept that value in the form of square, so that you can replace. Similarly, what you did is again you have gone for this is for x and this is for y. So here you can just check, this is for x you got and this is for y you got, and these both values you kept here, and then you have went for integrating. Before integrating, you have just simplified this to make it more cooler. Okay, so because this is whole square t, so it's whole square, that's why that has to be simplified. Similarly here also it has to be simplified. So when you got simplified these both the things over here, you can just see the simplified form. So we got the simplified form over here, and then here you see, here you got sine square t plus cos square t, which is nothing but 1. So you wrote 1, and then here the same thing it is there. So then you went on simplification further by using this formula over here. You use this formula to simplify this to be this, and then further you went on, and then finally you got the result, that is you got 4. Okay, you got the result 4 into 1 is equal to 4. So in this way we do the problem. So let's go for the other question so that we understand more better. So for understanding more and more, we have to practice more and more questions. So more and more you practice, then only you get more and more to do. So or else you will not even know from next step what you have to do. That's right. Okay, let's go with some more questions. So find the length of asteroid. Let's find the length of asteroid. You must be hearing about the asteroid in the news, but let's find this. Find the length of asteroid. So I get an idea, when we study the length of the asteroid, then there might be hundreds of chances that we study every protein shape and size, so that we understand every detail of what we are made up of. Yes. So here we have a question: x is equal to cos cube t, y is equal to sine cube t, where 0 to t and let's say 2 pi. So this is what the question is. So now let's go for making it more simpler form by giving some equations here. I know here also I have to differentiate t, and here also I have to differentiate t in the beginning. So what we will do is dt dx by dt is equal to, so here I have cos to the power of 3t. So that means I have to get a formula which can make this cos to the power of 3t in the form of cos and sine. So that would be 3 cos square t sine t. So its formula will be something like, let's go with differentiating it. So we get 3 minus cos 2 plus sine t. That's what we get for it. And then we go for dy by dt. For dy by dt we had sine cube t, so sine cube t will be 3 sine square t. Here I think I missed t here somewhere. So okay, like this. So sine square t cos t. Alright, so now I have to go for squaring these things, because we need in the form of square, right? So I just go for making it square format. So like if I put dx by dt as whole square, obviously I have to put over this side also, so it becomes 9. So here it was 3 cos t, yes, 3 cos t, sorry, minus 3 cos t. So that would be, here it would be, so it's not minus exactly, what did I put, I don't know. So 3 cos square t sine t it is, so it's 9 cos to the power of 4t sine to the power of 2t. So when I'm squaring, then everywhere I'm getting it. So over here, when I do dy by dt whole square, then what I get 9 sine to the power of 40 into cos to the power of 2t. So this is what is simplified form of these equations so that I can apply in the main formula. Okay, let's see the main formula here. Length of the asteroid, the formula is, start with 0 to 2 pi. Then we have a formula which says dx by dt as a whole to plus dy by dt as a whole to dt. But it is an asteroid, so it has 4 parts similar. That means if you see the structure of an asteroid, you will find it's something like it has a curve which is made like this, and here like this, and like this, and like this. So this is what the asteroid means here, okay? So it's not an irregular shape though. So it is having same plane in 4 sides. So we can go for this equation. For one shape, we have this formula. If we go for this, we can go into 4. So we can write this and summarize this in the form of 4 into, we can write 0 to pi by 2 now, because we have multiplied this. So then we get it, what? Let's see. We are getting 2 cos to the power of 4, because here t sine square t plus, okay, and 9, sorry, here why did I write t? Here it should be 9, sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this blunder here. 9 it is 9 cos, yes, plus 9 sine to the power of t cos square t dt. So this is what the value we got by now. Okay, it's a 9, not a 3. How did we get 3? So let's go for further. We write this as 4 integration with 0 to, let's say, pi by 2. Then we have 9s. So we can take it common. So when we take common, then 9 sine square t, 9 sine square t into cos square t, 9 sine square t into cos square t. In brackets I write it cos square t plus sine square t dt. Okay, so that's what we got it. Now we took it as common. What did we do? 9 sine square t cos square t. So that can be further simplified to get 4 integration of 0 to pi by 2, 3 sine square t cos square t. So here this can be cancelled. Further we get 4 into 3 by 2 to the integration of pi by 2, 3 by 2. So this becomes 2 sine t into cos t dt. And then further simplification, it becomes, here we cut and we get 6 here, so 6. And then we got here, if we go for integration, before going one more, let's go with the thing. We had this, we can simplify this into sine 2t, sine 2t dt, sine 2t dt. So then this can be now integrated by putting the values, and then we get sine 2t, we get cos 2t by, let's say, minus cos 2t by 2 to the pi by 2, 0. So that's what we get, pi by 2, 0. Yeah, we get pi by 2, 0. Now, finally, we can go with 6 into 1 by 2, bringing outside, minus cos pi plus 1. Yeah, that's what we get. So for the simplification, we get 3 into 2, which is nothing but 6. So our answer is 6. So that's what we got. Find the length of the asteroid. How did we get? We got it by doing a simple thing. That's we multiplied with 4 for the equation that we have done earlier. So what is it? It's an asteroid. If they say then that you should know its structure, then it will be easy. So here first in the beginning, what we did is x is equal to this is the question, then y is equal to this is a question, where it has given the limit 0 to t to 2 pi. 2 pi is given. Okay, so in this equation, we had 2 times dx by dt, dy by dt, and we got this simplification of this into this. Okay, if we have got this after simplification, you have to be very fast in doing it. So you get this value, and then you get this value. How did you get this value? By squaring it, okay? When you square it, you get this value. So then next what you replace in the formula, the main formula is this. So in this formula, you replace the things that you had got, and then after simplification of this in few steps, you get the value of the asteroid, that is 6. So this is what it is. So the length of the asteroid we got as 6. So thank you for watching. Let's go for a few more questions, and we will solve more questions in next class. Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care.